Hello and welcome to Culture Shock, the pop culture podcast brought to you by three aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I am Corey, your host, and with me today is...
Lava chicken. I don't know the rest of the words. I just know that. I'm Mike.
Okay, everyone, grab your Flint and Steel and join me in the Nether. I'm coming in hot! Due to there being a copyright claim on our music all of a sudden, lame, we have to go out and find a different song, lame. We may even have to pay somebody for it, lame. But until then, just enjoy the episode. And as always, thank you for listening. Well, if none of you figured it out from that opening, which I think the whole country knows a couple of those lines pretty well right now. It's freaking everywhere. Mike and I went and saw the Minecraft movie, accidentally showed up at the same theater at the same time, 45 minutes from our home. Don't know how that happened. But we showed up. We decided to bring the kids, I guess. And we wanted to check this movie out and maybe talk about it. Adrian, of course, didn't see it because he's a lame-o.
It's true.
He went and saw other movies like Sinners and stuff, which I also saw, and a review is coming.
I trying to get Adrian to watch these kind of movies. I'm gunning hard for him to watch the live action How to Train Your Dragons movie because it's going to be so fucking good. It's so good that they've already greenlit a second one, and this one hasn't even come out in theaters yet.
Yeah. The trailer alone is gorgeous. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great movie. I was just talking the other day with my kids. They said, we're going to see that one, right? We have to go see that one. I was like, yes, calm down.
Yeah, we're going to see it. I'm going even if you aren't going.
I'm going more than once, probably. So,
me too. I think that's definitely going to be a more than once watch.
I'll be checking that one out. And maybe this time we'll organize it so we go together on purpose.
Yeah, there we go.
I thought you were going...
The kids actually seem to like that.
For everybody here who doesn't know, I thought Mike was seeing it the night before, so I didn't even tell him I was going the next day. I'm like, all right, he's taking his kids the night before. I'll just go the next day like I'm planning. And I show up, and we're all sitting there in the theater waiting, and in walks Mike and Amber and the kids. I'm like, oh, shit. They're either back because they liked it so much, or they never went last night.
Well, yeah, it's just the way things kind of worked out. Didn't have the deadline that needed to. And we actually, so for starters, I'm not going to give away how I felt about this movie yet. I am going to say that I for sure thought I was going to hate it.
So I definitely was on that side.
I didn't want to go see it. The only reason I went was for Mason's birthday, which is my oldest. He loves Minecraft. He's obsessed. And I was like, you know what? The movie's coming out just right around his birthday. It's perfect. I'll suck it up and go see this trash movie for him.
I'll tell you right now, the first couple trailers, I was real disappointed and didn't want to see this at all. And my kids walking around, specifically the teenagers, saying the lines, Flint and Steel, and as a child, I yearned for the mines. It was actually making me laugh so much that I was like, maybe I do want to see this. Like, they're kind of hyping me up a little bit. So they actually were the reasons, well, I was going to take them anyway, but they're the reasons I went into it being like, okay, maybe I will enjoy it.
I'm happy. I'm happy that I went into it thinking I was going to hate it because I think I would have hated it if I had expected it to be good.
I don't know. I've heard from the gaming community that it's so good that I think if you and I were like gamers and we play, well, we are gamers, but if we were Minecraft gamers, I think we really would have loved this movie.
I've played Minecraft, like I've dabbled a little in Minecraft. Yeah. I'm not like a fucking Minecraft or sore or whatever.
I've actually played it more since we watched the movie.
We got the big ass TV for the sole purpose to play four screen Minecraft together.
Yeah, you need a big TV.
I really thought I was going to hate it. There are moments in this movie that obviously I'm like, oh my God, because it was a movie made for kids. Like this movie 100% was as an adult, unless you grew up with Minecraft, I don't know if you should have went to go see this movie unless you're just a really huge Jack Black fan.
Or Jason Momoa.
Who was super douchey in this movie.
I loved him.
He was so great. No, I found myself enjoying probably 90% of this movie. I did not expect that. I laughed a lot. The movie theater experience was kind of a bummer because there were moments where I was like, okay, I understand that everybody's getting into it because
Yeah.
they kept saying the lines, and then there were other times they were saying the lines. I was like, okay, really? Like at this part, really?
See, that's the part where Mike and I differ on this one. Is I enjoyed every time people, because we were in a pretty packed theater and these
Yeah,
people were okay. A PSA real quick. The trend going around to destroy theaters during those lines pisses me off, and it's going to end up being a real problem. The theater near us even instituted a curfew policy for kids now, that you
yeah,
have to be with adults because of this crap. It's stupid. It's not funny. Like when the Minions movie came out, there were people going dressed as Gru and the Minions, acting like minions during the movie. That was funny
that
because
is
they
kind of
didn't
funny.
destroy anything. But these people, when Chicken Jockey and I Am Steve, they're taking full bags of popcorn and throwing them all over the theaters. Pop, candy. There was one
Oh my
theater where a
god.
girl even took a chicken in, waited for the Chicken Jockey line, and threw the chicken into the crowd. Like it's too much. You're making these people's lives miserable to have to clean this place. It's not funny. Okay, now let
No.
me get back to my what I was trying to say there though. I enjoyed the people saying the lines and cheering and laughing and stuff. It did get a little out of hand a couple times with how much noise people were making, but
That's
it was
that's that's
but
what
it
bothered me.
but it was a kids movie, and I mean, I get it. It was a Sunday morning or well afternoon, like one I think something we went to.
Yeah.
Uh, so I knew there was going to be a lot of kids there. It was a Sunday,
I
and but I will say though, I enjoyed this movie a lot because of that experience, and I want to see it again without that to see if I still like it. But now that I'm playing Minecraft a little more, I might even like it more. But this
yeah.
is for sure one that I'm going to buy, and we're going to stream in the backyard during a cookout at some point
Ooh,
because this is a good
nice.
backyard movie.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the Super Mario Brothers movie as
Oh
soon as
my
it came out.
god.
It
I
was a
just
great,
realized
it was a great one.
you gave me a great idea. With my backyard, I get a projector screen up.
It's
I
great,
actually
dude.
have one
It's so much
outside.
fun.
It's nice to actually have a yard now.
Hell yeah, dude. We do s'mores and hot dogs and we cook out. We put the projector up. Usually when it's not dark enough yet, we'll just put like some music videos or some kind of stupid like or we even took the Switch out one time. We all played Mario
Oh,
Kart
nice.
outside.
That's pretty cool.
So, I mean, it's a lot of fun. Just get
I
a decent projector.
I do want to say this. With my slight gripe about people being a little abundantly loud during the movie, uh, this is the first movie I've been to, and I'm going to say even Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't this packed when I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Is This is the first movie I went to in probably post COVID that the movie theater was that packed.
Yeah.
It was almost completely full. It was crazy, and it was on Sunday. It was on Sunday. Not even
Yeah.
it was opening weekend, but not opening night. And Sunday, it was fucking packed. I had a friend who he's actually seen it 3 times now. I had a friend the first night he went to go see it was the night it came out, and he
Yeah.
went straight after work. We get off work at 6. He got out there. They're like, "Sorry, the movie that the showing you want to see is sold out." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "But if they told him, but if you want to see it in 3D, there's one in 15 minutes." So he saw it the first time in 3D because the regular showing was sold out.
That almost happened to us. That's why we were back where we were sitting when you came in, because I was trying to get the front seats,
Yeah,
and there were none in any of the showings that day except 3D. And I was like, one of the kids specifically, he has kind of sensory problems. One of my kids, he has sensory problems with visual and sound, and I don't know how he would handle a 3D and the loud theater. Like I think he did fine in the theater, but the visual part too, I don't
Oh
know how he'd
yeah,
deal with it. So we just decided to go to the one and sit near the back, but it was fine.
yeah. That's how I ended up sitting next to you.
Yeah, it was fun though. I enjoyed it. This movie, like you said, 90% fun. Yeah, I'd probably be about in that range too. It's not a 9 out of 10 movie, but
No,
it was 90% fun, 10% I don't get that. But
yep.
I'm kind of hoping that now that I'm playing the game a little more and I've actually learned a lot about it, just looking stuff up, I might, the second time I watch it, I might have 100% fun with this movie. And now that I realize what the post credit scene meant, I'm a lot more excited about it. I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
know
Oh,
when we were
the
watching it.
boys. The boys immediately are like, "That's Alex,"
Yeah, there was a.
and I'm like,
We
huh?
were, me and Mike were like, I sure wish I knew more about Alex. Because when we went to get up, this kid literally told Mike, "Hey, there's a post credit scene. Don't go." He like told us to stay. So we were like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And we're all just standing there waiting to leave. It was funny.
It's which uncredited was played by Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like that's
Yeah.
a pretty big name, so she's got to be Alex, right? Like they
Yeah.
usually when they tease something like that with just the back of a head, there's no actress attached.
Right.
It's usually just like an extra credit. But that's literally Kate McKinnon
Oh my God.
uncredited as Alex. It's like, okay, well, she's gonna be Alex, right?
So we're getting a second Minecraft movie? Is that what you're telling me?
It's not greenlit yet, but with the money this is making, there's no fucking way they don't do a second one.
Before we talk about things in the movie, I just want to say Jack Black has got to be extremely happy and excited for how well this movie did, because he was defeated after they released that first trailer. Like, I don't know if you've seen that interview.
Yeah.
Like, I felt bad for him because he's like, you put your heart and soul into something and you're like, yeah, people are going to love this. And then that's the reaction you get. It's like, it's just, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's the era that we live in now. Like, everything gets picked apart.
But this movie has made $720 million and it's only been out since April 4th, and today is the 21st. Wow. It hasn't even been 3 weeks. This movie's made $720 million. So there's no way they don't make a second movie.
Yeah, it has to
I don't see a world where they're like, we're good. There's no way.
Do you think Jason Momoa will be back?
Yeah, he loved the shit out of this movie. I've seen interviews with him where he was like, "I'll play the garbage man forever." He didn't say that, but you can tell the way he talks about his character, the garbage man, that he'll come back for it. I love his character in the movie, like an old '89 World Championship winner of what they call it, like what was the game called? Hunky Dudes or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
It's basically, if anybody knows Bad Dudes from back in the day or Streets of Rage, it was kind of those kind of games. And he was the world champion in
always talk
'89.
About Streets of Rage.
Oh yeah, we love Streets of Rage. It was kind of one of those kind of games, and he won like the '89 World Championship, which it was actually '89 was the year before Nintendo held the World Championships. What everybody knows now. '89, they did do a championship thing, but it wasn't called the World Championships yet. But apparently he won in '89 and has been coasting on that his entire life. He lets it be known throughout this entire movie, time and time again, that he is the world champion in '89.
He's the trash man.
He's the trash man.
The garbage man.
Yeah, it's garbage man.
Man.
I love his I would kill to have his little shop. Like, I understand, like, he's in a small town. He probably is not going to survive there. That was a dumb place to open it. But if he moved that to any, especially nowadays, moved that to any bigger metropolitan city, that store is thriving.
Well,
especially if you pause it and look in the background, he's got a Nintendo Power Glove, the old laser visor thing from Nintendo. He's got the old Nintendo Buddy. Like, those are all his rent issues were taken care of if he just sold those off.
Fuck, he could just sell it on eBay.
Fucking, this is nowadays. He could have easily sold this on eBay, and his rent would have been paid for the next 6 months.
I need to go back and watch that movie again and like look at to see if I can find a Virtual Boy. You guys know my love for the Virtual Boy.
There was a lot of Nintendo stuff.
I kind of hoping there's a Virtual Boy in there, because I mean 90% of you probably don't even fucking know what that is.
Yeah, 90% of people had never heard of it. It was out for like, I think 2 years, and it
was
tanked.
2 years, and I had one, and you know what? I don't.
Yeah, so did we.
I know why it tanked, but at the same time, I loved the shit out of that thing.
What was your favorite color in those games? Red or black? Those were the only two colors. Well, everything was red and black.
Red's my favorite color, so hey.
Okay, that works. And black is my heart, so it all worked out. No, but I mean, there were no good games for the Virtual Boy, but we did have a lot of fun.
Was awesome.
For what it was, yes, Wario Land was probably the best one. We even had an Alien Predator game. It was so bad. I think we had Mario Tennis for it and some kind of racing game. They were bad. They were just bad.
I heard there was a Waterworld game. It's fucking terrible.
Never played the Waterworld game.
It's worth so much money because it's rare to find them.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we had held on to ours. And by held on to, I meant hide so my uncle couldn't steal it for drugs.
Right across the street from me, there's a Virtual Boy in its original box and a Waterworld game for the Virtual Boy in its original box with manual
At your mom's.
at my mom's house.
Yeah, in that basement, there's a lot of good shit in that basement. That's crazy. Uh,
They save everything, and my mom and stepdad, they're so good at taking care of stuff. Like,
I wish my parents had been like that. I really do, because there's so much stuff I miss from my childhood. I actually had to. There's this board game called Heroes Quest that I had when we were kids. It was
Okay.
kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons board game, and
oh yeah,
I couldn't even
Oh.
figure out what it was called for about 15, 20 years. I looked it up constantly, tried to find what it was called, but there were so many board games based on that stuff. I could never find what it was. I could only remember what the board looked like. There were little doors that you could put in between rooms. There were little figurines. That's all I could remember. And I looked up everything I possibly could for 20 years. We go into GameStop. They had re-released it a couple of years ago. Heroes Quest. They re-released it for GameStop. And I walked in and I stopped dead in my tracks. And Katie was like, "What?" I was like, "That's it. That's the game I've been telling you about for 8 years now." She's like, "The board game?" I was like, "Yes." I walked over and grabbed it and turned it around. I was like, "This is it." And then I turned it back around and it was $120. And I looked
my
at her and I'm
God.
like, "So I'm buying this."
Yeah, that's I had a similar thing with a board game called Mystery Mansion, which is it's impossible to find now, and if you get them on eBay, they're fucking crazy expensive.
Yeah.
It was this thing that had stuff you set up the mansion, it had like little pieces you shoved into it, and it was kind of like Clue but cooler.
But cooler.
Like, the whole idea was it was like you were trying to solve a mystery, like a crime. It had
Nice.
it had like an electronic device that came with the game that had, I think it was like 99 or 100 different ways the game could end. So
Wow.
you just kind of, you randomized it. You never knew how, like what was going on. But yeah, my brother and I had that. My mom, I think, got it for us for Christmas one year. And of course, we were kids and stupid. We lost all the pieces. I think at one point, the only thing we had left was the little electronic thing to it.
Oh, it hurts my soul when I buy my kids something that has pieces, and a week later I look and there's pieces missing. I'm like, kill him.
Well, we put everything in baggies after we open them now. Like, all right, everything goes in this baggie.
One of
because if you don't, that shit goes everywhere.
I want to say Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates it, and for Easter, I put together 2 very good deck boxes for my 2 youngest stepsons. And I put a few EXs in there that I'm sad I had to get rid of for this, but I was very excited to give it to them. And I can't look at their room because I don't want to see
where they're at,
how they're not appreciating them fully. But, that's what kids do. So
you sons of bitches.
I have to keep that in mind. But at the same time, if I see one of those EXs out of the sleeves I put them in on the ground, I'm going to be like, I'm not putting those together for you anymore. It took me like an hour to go through my bulk and find some like stuff that they don't have.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
Well, that's Amber's still trying to get used to the idea of boys.
It's different.
Raising boys and stuff. They don't take care of stuff as well as girls do.
No, God no.
And they're hard on stuff. It does get better as a male who has grown up. When I became a teenager, I know I started taking care of my shit a lot more.
That's when it started happening for me too.
But as a kid, I didn't give a flying fuck. I was like, "What's this thing? Oh, I bet he'd look really cool flying across the room."
Now worth $10,000. Yeah. You know how often I see like a video pop up on YouTube about a Pokemon card that I had when I was 12, and they're like, "This is worth $100,000." I'm like, ugh. I had that fucking card in sleeves in a binder, like good condition.
That was my reaction when I found out brand new Virtual Boys in their boxes were going for like $1,700 on eBay. I was like, I had one. What did I do?
I just wish. Dude, packs like the old Wizards of the Coast packs, the original Pokemon packs that came to America, sealed in like containers, go for like thousands of dollars. And I opened hundreds of them. And if I just
Wow.
kept any of them, it would have been worth it. But you don't
Jesus
think about that
Christ.
stuff.
No.
So
well, no,
now,
when you're fucking 10 years old, you're
Yeah.
like, this is something cool that somebody got me for
Exactly.
whatever holiday or birthday, and it's mine to do what I want with.
But now that I collect again, I keep the really good ones that I find protected real good, and I'm going to keep them for 20 years. See what happens.
Now that you clicked again, I don't have many collectibles on my desk right now, but this is one of my favorite little pot holder things I got.
Pot holder? Oh, for like plant.
Yeah, like pens and stuff.
I thought it was a tissue dispenser when you first held it up.
No, it's just it's a ceramic container that hold like you can put pens and shit into, and if for those who can't see it, it is a gold plated the original The Legend of Zelda game in the regular Nintendo cartridge style.
Yeah, because the regular one had a gold cartridge. That's really cool.
As it should.
But anyway, now that we got our random talk out of the way,
we're just talking about games anyway. So I mean,
well, yeah, I guess that's true. But I wanted to point out that if anybody was confused, which I know a lot of people are, why this movie's called a Minecraft movie and not the Minecraft movie, the director Jared Hess, who did movies like Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, if anybody didn't know,
okay,
he wanted to call it a Minecraft movie because they were also taking artistic liberties and borrowing from other Minecraft offshoot games like Dungeons and Legends. This wasn't 100% a movie about just Minecraft. So he thought the Minecraft movie was wrong because this isn't the Minecraft movie. This is a Minecraft movie. And I think part of it was also in case there were sequels, because then, he could call it another Minecraft movie.
If he doesn't call it another Minecraft movie, it's a miss.
It's a big miss. Because even alphabetically, a Minecraft and another Minecraft works because they're right beside each other.
It's just like that one time when they made this awesome movie called Now You See Me. They made a movie called Now You See Me, which I love that movie. And then they made a sequel. And instead of naming it Now You Don't, they named it Now You See Me Too.
I know. They couldn't even at least hyphen. Well, Now You Don't.
That's what they're doing with the third movie. They're trying to rectify that, I guess. The third movie that's coming out is called Now You See Me 3, Now You Don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I that'll kind of make up for it. But, I'll never forgive them fully.
They probably heard enough people bitch about their big ball drop that they're like,
fine.
It's just there. We got to do it.
How you sit in a writer's room trying to figure out a title and it's just Now You See Me 2. That doesn't even make sense.
Idiots.
Now the rest of you see me. Now you also see me. There's lots of other ways to go, not 2. Now you see me also. At least spell it T-O-O. Now you see me too.
Yeah, that would have been kind of acceptable.
Yeah.
No, just a number 2.
Number 2.
The numerator.
Like a boring ass sequel that I actually really like.
I mean, it is. Both movies are good.
Yeah, they're slept on for sure. But that cast is phenomenal.
One day, fuck Adrian, you and I will have to talk about this movie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what? Just in time for when the third one comes out.
Yeah, which I think is next year, actually.
I think it's November, isn't it?
Is it this year? Oh,
I think it's this year in November.
Nice. We can talk about it in a couple months then.
I'm fucking pumped. Anyway, Minecraft.
If anybody didn't know, the original cast for Steve wasn't actually Jack Black.
Oh.
It was going to be Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows. He's like the main star of that show, which is very fun.
Oh, yeah. I know. The guy with the beard, right?
Yes. And due to the writer's strike at the time, he was unable to do it, but they did bring him back to voice Nitwit, the villager who escapes into the real world.
Nice.
So they did bring him back for something, which was nice.
Yeah.
And if they do a second movie, he can now speak English, so maybe he'll be in it again.
Yeah, I love that.
That was one of the best storylines of the movie. The one villager making it out the portal.
And honestly, hats off. God, Stifler's mom killed it in that role.
Oh, yeah. Jennifer Coolidge is great, dude.
Thank you for saying her name. I was about to look it up because I always feel like I'm going to fucking forget. I knew it was Jennifer, but I think I was going to say Jennifer Tilly.
That's Chucky
wrong.
Fame.
Yeah, wrong person.
Wrong person. Same boobies. Sorry, but true.
Jennifer Coolidge, in anything I've seen her in, she's funny.
Yeah, she's usually really good.
Amber made me watch Legally Blonde.
She's good in
And
that. She's real dumb.
Fucking hilarious in that. And I'm just like, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I thought the movie itself was kind of
Yeah, it's
but
not great, but she's really funny in it.
Yeah, she's hilarious in it.
For some reason, it's ringing in my head very specifically, like either a cafe scene or like a little bakery or something they're in that she's real stupid. Can't remember.
She's a hairdresser.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, hair salon. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I just watched it probably like 2 months ago, so that's why it's fresh in my mind.
I had to go to you for this. Neither of us are Legally Blonde experts.
Nope. But it's more fresh in my memory.
I remember her name is Elle, right?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah. McPherson, I believe.
Elle McPherson.
I think that's her name.
And I remember that she graduates from Harvard to be a lawyer, and there's some romantic thing where the guy dumps her at the beginning or something. I can't remember. That's all I remember about it.
Yep. And with Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson's in the movie.
Oh wow, I did not remember that. Wow.
He's the love interest that she ends up falling for.
Wow.
And marrying in the second movie.
I did not remember that.
And then those who are fans of the Flash TV show, the guy that plays Professor Martin Stein is the douchey professor in the movie.
Yeah. What is he? Tom Cavanaugh? No, that's never mind. That's what's his name? The guy in the wheelchair.
God damn it! What is his name? It's gonna bug the crap out of me. Oh, fuck you! I guess it's easier if I looked it up in a show that he's in more of.
Yeah,
because he's a big part of Legends of Tomorrow. Victor Garber. Victor Garber is the guy I'm talking about.
Okay,
he's actually I think at the time when Legally Blonde came out, he was kind of a bigger actor because he's been in a lot of shit that. He was Thomas Andrews in Titanic.
If anybody's wondering, this right here is why we can't do 45-minute movie reviews.
What?
We get off on so many tangents about other stuff. We've already done it like 4 times.
I don't even know how the fuck we ended up talking about Legally Blonde.
I don't even... Jennifer Coolidge.
That's... Okay, thank you. At least there's a connection.
So I guess back to her. Do you know how Jared Hess got her to be in the movie?
No.
He sent her a naked picture of Nitwit and told her that would be her love interest. And it made her laugh, so she did the movie.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I love that story. She told it in an interview. She said it was so great. She had to do the movie.
A naked picture of Nitwit.
That's a risky thing to do, too. Either they're friends and that was funny to her, or he was just like, let's see how this works. He would have been sending a naked picture of a cartoon character is kind of weird.
I hope they Ken dolled him.
Yeah, I hope they had to have. Come on, villagers are packing though.
Oh, for sure.
Because I don't know.
I mean, even if they're not, they just ride their faces. Look at the nose.
That's true, I guess. But I don't know if you know this, but the line where Steve says the villagers love crushing loaves. Do you know what that's referencing?
No.
In the game, it's actually a meta reference to the game where you feed villagers loaves of bread and it makes them mate to create more villagers. So when he says they love crushing loaves, he was literally saying they like fucking.
Wow. Naturally. They just go, eh?
Also in the movie, in the game, I don't know if the Flint and Steel thing.
Yeah.
Flint and Steel.
In the games, that's actually, they're used to ignite anything flammable like TNT or dynamite and stuff like that. And they also light the Nether portals. That's why he says that right before he throws it into the broken portal and jumps in. Actually, I think in the games it lights a little fire beside it. I'm not sure if Flint and Steel is actually the border of it or not. I don't know that much. But I know that there's a little fire beside it. When you light it, the Nether portal opens up. And in the Nether portal in the games, what's her name? Mogosha, the witch, she's actually not in charge of the piglins in the game. She's from the dungeon game. She's called the Seer. She is a witch, and she does summon that giant piglin.
Oh, yeah.
But the actual leader of the piglins in the dungeon game is General Chungus, the one who we loved the one we love so much, voiced by Jared Hess, the director. He was actually the leader of the piglins in the dungeon game. So they gave him a step down a little bit, but he kind of was a funnier henchman. I really liked his character. He was very funny.
I enjoyed him because he was just really chill. He's like supposed to be this big destroyer. Like,
yeah, and he's like a bro dude. Like, dude, I didn't want to do this, man. He's like just a bro. I loved it.
What was there's something I was gonna say. I don't remember what it was now.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Fucking Christ. How did you feel about the other characters? Like, we had Jack Black and Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Stephen Garrett. I didn't mind Henry. I thought Henry was all right.
He was a good eccentric, like artistic kid who you could tell would be one of those builder types. I think he was supposed to be like Steve.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed Dawn's character. I thought Henry's sister Natalie was kind of meh. I think she was my least favorite part of the movie.
She was kind of supposed to be, though. She was the responsible one who didn't want to be part of this, didn't want to be in here, but wanted to protect her brother. I think she was supposed to be the one that you were like, she's kind of bringing it down a little bit, but I think that was her character. Because in the movie, everybody, their mother dies, and like most cartoony type movie and video games, they didn't have a father, apparently.
Yeah, because dads suck. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Not mine, but...
Mine does. I can confirm. But so they moved to this town in Idaho that has a giant potato chip factory, with a giant potato on it, which was funny.
Doesn't last very long.
That does not last long. That kid fucks that up. But they moved to this town, and clearly a teenager watching a teenager. And how does she buy a house? Like, was she supposed to be an adult? That was never really... Yeah,
because she had an adult job. She was in charge of that potato chip factory's social media.
I didn't buy that part.
No, she looked like she was 16.
She's a freaking kid. I don't care how old she is. In that movie, she's a freaking kid.
In fact, here, just for argument's sake, Emma Myers was born on April 2nd, 2002. So she is older. She is an adult.
23? Holy cow. She did not look like an adult. I know she was probably supposed to be an adult, but she did not look like an adult in this movie. I like that actress. I think she did fine. So I wouldn't take her out of the role. But maybe somebody who's supposed to be moving and taking care of her little brother, it's a little heavy-handed to have somebody so young. Maybe the sister should have been a little older, I think.
It does. I mean, it's something they did this a lot in 80s movies, and I will say this movie had so many 80s vibes to it.
Well, yeah,
with the music, the color schemes, and everything, and obviously with all the old school, the Garbage Man and all the old school video game equipment. So I guess that part didn't really faze me. I was there with you and thinking she looked way too young.
Yeah,
but I was like, well, she's got an adult job, so.
I know she was supposed to be an adult, but I don't know. I didn't buy it.
For those not familiar with who Emma Myers is, she has a significant role, I would assume, in the show Wednesday. I haven't seen it, but she's in 16 episodes as Enid Sinclair.
Oh, I think she's the girl who doesn't like Wednesday, like the preppy girl.
Oh, I could see that.
I only saw the first season, and it was when it came out, so I don't quite remember her in that.
But that's what she's most known for. She will be doing voice acting for the Angry Birds movie 3. So I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that in 2027.
Can't wait for that.
I say with gritted teeth.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Sudeikis is funny as a voice in that. He's the Red Bird, the main one.
Of course.
But other than that, there's not a lot. Like Peter Dinklage was the American Eagle in the first one. That was real funny.
Danny McBride is the bomb.
Yeah, he's the big blow up bird.
Yeah,
that explodes.
Yeah, he's not the bomb. He's bomb.
Bomb.
That's his character.
Big fat red bird.
Josh Gad. I mean, this movie does have like good cast for a voice.
It does, but the movies overall are generic.
I've seen parts of the first one, and I thought it was shit. But anyway,
I love Jason Momoa's character though at the beginning of this movie, like before he's in the Minecraft world. I love pretty much every line he says in the entire first 15 minutes of the movie. But I love when he meets the kid And then the
Oh.
kid gets in trouble in school and he calls him. Will you pretend
Yeah.
to be my uncle? No, I don't do that anymore. I want to know the story there. What does he
Don't
mean
do that
anymore? Did
anymore.
he used to do this? And was it a paid thing? Like he doesn't.
Oh.
He strikes me as the kind of guy that would do that.
I'm sure. I'm
Kids
100%
can pay
sure.
him to come to school and pick him up, pretend to be their uncle.
I guarantee it.
But I want to know more.
That tater tot pizza, fucking. I mean,
Yeah.
Jason Momoa stole that from that kid.
Oh hell yeah! He even told him, "You're leaving this here." I love that shit. Also, a fun fact for the movie: when Momoa goes and bids for that storage unit because of the old Atari handheld that's in it, well, supposedly in it, all the people that he outbids are famous Minecraft YouTubers. It was their little cameo in the movie. There was Offmao, LD Shadow Lady, Mumbo Jumbo, and Dan TTM.
I love LD Shadow Lady.
Do you?
Totally.
Oh, you don't know, do you?
I don't know her.
But apparently they are 4 of the biggest pillars in Minecraft gaming online.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah. So that was a cool little cameo thing. There's actually a lot of cameos in this.
That was kind of like with Free Guy. They had all those famous streamers on there.
The waiter.
Minecraft stole that.
Yeah. When Jennifer Coolidge and Nitwit are having dinner, which was fucking off-putting, because she hits him with her car. Yeah. Oh my God, your head is huge. Huh? I love that she takes him to dinner to make up for it, and she starts falling in love with him. But when the waiter walks over, the first waiter that walks over and hands her something, that was played by Jeb Mojang, the lead designer and CCO of Mojang Studios.
Oh, nice.
The people who developed the game. And at the end, not the end, but the end of that interaction, when the waitress walks over and says, "Are you finished?" and Jennifer says, "No, I think he's Swedish."
Yeah.
Not only was that a funny joke, it was also a reference to Marcus Notch Persson, the Swedish creator of Minecraft.
Oh,
so
nice.
in that one scene, they referenced both big heads of Minecraft being a thing.
Something I'm sure if people listen to enough interviews know, but in today's society, more people, it's the podcasters that watch like the interviews and stuff, and then people listen to us tell them what happened.
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Jack Black said that he kind of became obsessed with Minecraft. He started playing it to prepare for the movie, and he got so into it that he, in between takes, that's all he would do is play Minecraft.
It's kind of what he does. He gets obsessed with games. Like when he played Bowser, he would make them all play Mario Kart between takes, and nobody could ever beat him. He was the best at it. He said during COVID, he logged over 400 plus hours on Red Dead Redemption 2.
I mean, that's a brilliant game.
It is.
If they ever make a live action of that, he needs to be in it.
Yeah, I don't know what he could play. He could play one of the funny guys that you get missions from or something.
He could play that. Remember I don't know if you played Red Dead 2 or not.
A little bit.
There's that like pig farmer guy that tries to eat and murder you.
Yeah. That would be
he
really
could
funny.
Play that guy.
Be kind of a small part for Jack Black, but it would be a fun cameo.
Oh, for sure.
I guess he doesn't have to be the lead and everything.
No, because there's another time he was a lead in a video game movie and it sucked.
I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't exist.
Oh, no? Jamie Lee Curtis didn't do a video game movie?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Nope. Yeah, he was bad in that. Claptrap was just like his lines were supposed to be funny, but Claptrap is better when he's like the third character. He's just kind of making quips in the background every once in a while.
But that's the Claptrap was never meant to be that involved. He's
not supposed to be a prevalent ever on-screen force. He's supposed to every once in a while just make funny lines, quips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
kind of like how where the Borderlands movie did it terrible. The Fallout movie did it amazing with their robots.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that fucking robot in that episode. And
yeah.
Oh, he cracked me up.
Which I think was Alan Tudyk's voice.
I think so. Sex slave. Heavens no.
Heavens no. I'm just going to chop your pieces off and use them for parts. Or harvest your organs.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my God. I cannot wait for season 2.
No, me too. I'm dying.
I might go back and rewatch season 1.
I will. Every time a new season comes, I just finished rewatching Last of Us to watch the first 2 episodes that are on that just came on the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
that's
yeah.
a thing.
Very excited. But I love when Jason Momoa does, because the kid, when he says I don't do that anymore, the kid says he'll pay him, and then he shows up in his car immediately. The next scene, he's there. I love the big pink jacket and everything in the Camaro, but I love the when Jennifer Coolidge in this movie is constantly telling everybody about her divorce, even though nobody asked.
Oh yeah.
But she goes out and she says, I don't even remember what she says to Jason Momoa, but something about, oh, your uncle. Oh, he's the trash man. And he goes, it's garbage man. And then she says something else and he goes, whatever guy let you slip away is an idiot. And drives away. I love it. I thought there was going to be a romantic thing there eventually, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I
That was
thought so
weird.
too.
So this is a question I have for you, Mike.
Okay.
Was the zombies annihilating a sheep a choice for you? That was traumatic. I kind of looked around a little bit like, holy
me
shit.
personally, I loved it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But as somebody, in watching a kid's movie, I was like, man, that's a bit graphic.
And one part I do get is in the game, if you throw a chicken at a zombie, that does eat it.
Yeah, but not like that.
The feathers don't fly, and you don't hear it dying, and like that was.
You don't see the look of worry on its face.
They went straight Resident Evil with that sheep scene.
I mean, it was awesome, but it was definitely it was. You're right. It was a choice.
It was a choice for sure.
Congratulations to Jared Hess and the writers for making that happen.
That was fucking hilarious. I want to point out a very heart-wrenching moment that I didn't understand while watching it, but I now get, and it was beautiful. When they're going through the village and they see the pig with the crown on his head.
Oh yeah, I was wondering
and
about that.
He says that's not just any normal pig. That's a legend. And they kind of just blow over it. But there was a guy years ago called Technoblade. He was one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers of all time. Passed away of cancer. And when he died, his avatar and his logo for his channel was a piglin with a crown on it. So that was why they threw that in there, and that was pretty fucking awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
I like when they do stuff like that to honor people who were actually like a big part of this world, because they had those other 4 being the people he outbids, and that's cool. Yeah. But to have like that pig and be like, no, he's a legend. That really touched me.
So I do have some slight little news to mention about this movie. This movie technically at this very moment would categorize as a bad movie.
What? Did it really fall below 6?
It's a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's atrocious, but we'll do it.
This movie is not that bad.
No, God, no.
Compared to, I think our highest rated bad movie was Blade Trinity, and I think this movie is far more enjoyable.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to agree with you because I don't love that movie, but I
don't even really love that movie anymore.
If we were to put this on our bad movies list, this might be second or third.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie.
There's so much fun. It's so quotable. You can't fucking go anywhere on YouTube right now without hearing the stupid fucking Steve's chicken song.
Yeah, or
chicken jockey.
Yeah, fucking chicken jockey.
That doesn't deserve that rating. I don't know if it's getting review bombed because maybe Jack Black's a bit of a controversial character nowadays.
I don't even know why though. Like he's not the one that even said anything.
No, I know, but people pick who they want to hate.
He immediately canceled his tour after that. Because that was the smart move.
Yeah. Listen, I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. People pick the wrong things to hate, and they focus too much on it. Like, I think a lot of people might be reviewing this bad because of either the theater situation with everybody, what they're doing, or the constant, I am Steve and I yearned for the mines. I think people are getting sick of the TikTok part of it. The TikTok generation is making people, like, by the time they got to go see it, they've heard these lines so many times that it's not cool when they hear them in theaters. And maybe they're like, I don't know, it was all right, but
maybe they should have watched it before it got ruined for them.
Or for the love of God, don't fucking review this movie if you haven't played the games at all. If you don't know anything about them, just don't. It's not your place. Like, I know we're doing it right here and we're not big Minecrafters,
But I've
we're
played
not
it.
we're not putting it out there online to destroy the reputation of this movie.
Dumbest movie ever. No,
Doesn't
it's really
deserve it.
not.
This movie's a lot of fun.
This movie is great for kids. It's oh god, I'm watching the trailers playing in the background because I'm on the IMDb page of it, and he just did the fucking chicken, the lava chicken.
Oh yeah, that's a real setup in the game too.
It's
that
so
people
fucking
use
crazy.
to farm chickens.
But yeah, I don't understand. I know for a fact that another movie that just came out not too long ago was review bombed, 100%, because there's no way that movie is a 1.6 that it
No
says
way,
on
yeah,
IMDb.
No way.
I'm sure I guarantee I probably won't like it just because I wasn't a fan of Snow White in general, like even the original.
Yeah.
So Snow White's not a thing for me, but like, I don't know. There's too much of that shit going on these days. And I wish there was a way they could weed out the review bombs.
Yeah, there's no way to do that though because a lot of the review bombs are people that are saying legitimate things that could be an issue. They're not just saying fuck Rachel Ziegler 1 star, which some of them are,
well,
sure.
I don't know. I might say that.
Listen, some of them are sure saying that. But a lot of the review bombs are just nitpicking bad things so they can give it a 1. And there's no way to prove that person didn't actually feel that way. So there's no way to weed that out. Now, do I think there should be a separate category for published, like renowned critics? Yes. I think there should be people who have a reputation for reviewing movies legitimately and not out of anger. There should be a third category on Rotten Tomatoes that are top tier critics and what they actually think. Because to be a critic on IMDb or on Rotten Tomatoes, you don't have to have a lot. You have to have like 2 things published anywhere, and you can basically be a critic. And that doesn't seem fair to me. That any random person who's done 2 decent things and been published now can tell you what they think about everything, and it affects that movie.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, take us, for example. I don't, we could give our thoughts on everything, and I do love doing that because that's what we do. But like at the end of the day, I mean, we're at least what's the word I'm looking for?
We're fair.
I wouldn't necessarily say fair, but we're objective. Like we're not going out of our way to shit on something just to shit on it.
No, not really.
We give our actual personal thoughts on the issue or on the the movie or whatever topic we're talking about.
To great disdain, probably at points, because we give our opinions even if we think everybody's going to hate it. We don't give a shit. We still give it. I've been ridiculed since we started this about hating Jaws, and I'm not going to change my opinion just because people hate on me for it. But I acknowledge that might not be fair because I haven't seen Jaws in a long time, and my opinions of movies have changed over the years. But until I watch it again and decide to change my mind, my opinion is still that I don't like it.
I like Jaws. It's not my favorite movie of all time by any means. It's a very slow-paced movie, and I can understand why people find it boring.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't love it, but I'll watch it again and eventually. I'll watch it again eventually and give my opinion. But
we'll have to start. We're eventually going to start the. Does Corey still love it or still hate it?
The only one I've done so far, I ended up liking. So
yep, Christmas Vacation.
Now I hate it again.
And Eddie's his favorite character.
Eddie is my favorite character to hate. I like when they end up deciding that they have to go to the. Oh no, you know what? The first part I love is the crafting table because a lot of the things they're putting on there is actual Minecraft stuff that you use to craft. I love that you just hit it with a hammer and it builds like in the game. I love the buckets, man. He puts a bunch of stuff down and he goes, and now the coolest sword you've ever seen, ka-chow! And it's 2 buckets. He's like, okay, that's not right. He's like, no, it's cool. Buckets are totally useful here, which they are.
Which they are.
Which when he throws the water down to land, that's an actual reference to a glitch that people found in the game where you can jump off any cliff, any height, and if you have the timing down just right, you can throw water to the ground and land safely.
Oh.
But it's a very specific timing.
What about those of us who play in God mode?
I don't know. Survival mode?
There's survival mode and then there's God mode is where basically You don't have to fight anything. You can fly through the air and just build whatever you want.
Oh yeah, like the creative mode almost.
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's probably called creative mode. I think a long time ago it was called God mode.
I don't remember.
That might be maybe that's too sacrilegious anymore.
The God mode. I am Steve, the God.
God of Thunder. Oh no, that's Thor. And I just sang a Kiss song.
I'm Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Yes! That's when I fucking, God damn it. The line I should have used, and I just now remembered my favorite line from the whole fucking movie, is when Garrett looks over and just, he says, "Shut up, Steve."
Yes. Finally, Mike's hate for Steve is validated.
Oh, I forgot until just now about that line. Guys, it's been like 3 weeks since I've seen the movie, okay?
Yeah.
We were going to get together, last week to do this, but with me moving and everything, this shit got crazy. Our schedules, unfortunately, have not seemed to be lining up as of late. So
no.
You might be getting a lot of 2-man episodes for a little bit.
For a while.
Whether it's me and Corey or Corey and Adrian, I'm going to guarantee you Corey's probably going to be in all of them.
I might even do some single stuff.
Honestly, I was just thinking the other day about starting to do some like quick 10-15 minute like music reviews of like newer shit that's come out. Just because one, I love music. Two, like there's some cool shit that's happened. Like Evanescence just released a new single.
I heard
us aging millennials. I mean, come on, who the fuck didn't love Evanescence?
Amy Lee's eyes alone.
So I definitely look out for that. I do think that that's something I'm going to start doing. Corey, if you're free to join me for those, if you'd like.
I'll give my opinion on it.
It's just one song.
I love music, man. It's like, I know it was a joke throughout this whole podcast that I hate music, but I don't love talking. Like I don't love talking about it for a full 2-hour episode. I get bored by the end of it.
So basically, if those of you who haven't listened to our older episodes, when we did our music episode, like our intro to music, when we were like, "Hey, this is us," about halfway through the episode, Corey checked out.
I was gone. I got everything I wanted to say out, and I was just kind of like, do.
And at first, I don't think we didn't notice at first, but after a little bit, we started bringing attention to it because we're like, well, Corey's awfully quiet.
Yeah.
So that is where the joke was born that Corey hates music, even though he's gone to the most concert out of any of us.
I go to so many concerts, guys.
I'm going to see Linkin Park in August.
Do you know who I'm going to see
stoked.
in May?
Who are you? Oh, Ice Nine Kills?
ICP.
Oh.
I've never seen them live. Oh, no, I was just stretching. This is just an Ice Nine Kills shirt.
I like them.
Yeah, they're
You're going to go see ICP?
I'm going to go see ICP.
Yeah, Guy Fieri's such a good singer.
He is. He's really good. He had to kill his Smash Mouth career. He had too many things going at once. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's just Violent J and
Guy Fieri. Welcome to Flavortown. Every single time I hear ICP, the first song for fucking whatever reason that pops in my head is The Great Malenko.
Well, that was one of their albums, so it makes sense.
As a huge wrestling fan at the time, Dean Malenko was like
Dean Malenko.
And I believe
about that name.
I believe this song is about his dad. So,
no, it wasn't. The song is actually about a necromancer and illusionist who tries to trick individuals into greed and other such sins. Okay, back to the episode.
The Great Malenko. Ha 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 ha. I'm not sure what the laughing's about, but I guess they are clowns. So
they're clowns. They laugh in all their songs. Speaking of clowns. Nah, there's no clowns in the game. I just couldn't figure out how to get back to it.
Speaking of clowns, nothing that's relevant to the game at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a poor movie.
They took an artistic liberty with the Endermen because not only are they not in the top floor of the mansions in the games.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a thing. They're actually in the end, which is the end world. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you. It's only if you look at them that they come after you. So not a lot's known about the Endermen, so it's possible that's part of their programming, but there's many videos of people like walking up behind Endermen and just kind of chilling. They don't do anything. But as soon as you look them in the eyes, they'll come after you.
I was honestly shocked we didn't get to see an Ender Dragon. Like I thought that
Yeah.
for sure there was going to be an Ender Dragon.
I think they're saving that. I know they want to do another movie, and the Ender Dragon is the biggest deal. It's the only
Yeah.
way to officially, quote unquote, beat the game. So
It's also possible the budget just wasn't going to
yeah,
to allow them to another huge ass fucking CGI character.
That's another thing I wanted to mention was this movie's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
The Minecraft world is great. Everything's blocky. Even the orb of dominance that is technically a cube.
On Earth we call this a cube.
It's actually from Minecraft Dungeons. The orb of dominance doesn't even exist in Minecraft. There is some kind of light beam thing you can create that looks like what's in this, like the glass case with a blue orb, quote unquote, in it. But in the Minecraft Dungeons, they actually have an orb of dominance and it's red. So I think they just kind of mixed the two. But the floating squid things that the piglins are riding around,
yeah,
apparently in the game they're called ghasts, like Ghast, ghast.
Okay.
They're actually in constant torture because they're so dry that they're miserable and they're shooting fire at you. There's actually a way in the game to bring them to the real world and rehydrate them by putting them in water for a while. And then they become happy. They can't shoot fire anymore and you can ride them around.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. And Steve was definitely farming creepers in that mine, right?
Yeah.
Apparently in the game you can farm creepers for like gunpowder and music discs and stuff, but
Okay.
I think that's what that was supposed to be, but apparently like he forgot. Oh, this is where I left that creeper mine, because that has to be a thing in the game. You have to create so much shit that you forget where you put some stuff. That has to happen.
So me being me, and anybody who's watched any of our live streams know that I like to have a lot of cool shit behind me on the wall. I was looking for an orb of dominance so I could have it on the wall.
Yeah.
Not finding one. They don't make them. I might be able to go to somebody and have them 3D model one, like 3D print it.
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to find a 3D printed one. But give it some time. They will make an orb of dominance. This movie's doing good. They're going to put out merch for it for sure. And that's one of the biggest parts of the movie. There's no way they don't put that out. Right. Also, Etsy. Somebody might be able to make it for you on Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
I love when they go to the Nether and Magosha, when she finally comes to the real world and they're fighting because she used the orb of dominance to make forever night. I love when they make all the golems, and they make the one with the shoes, the speed, I can't remember what they're called, the speed shoes.
Oh yeah.
But I love when he makes they're all standing there and she goes, "You fools, the iron golems will not attack unless provoked." And then in comes the arrow from Travis. That's the one in the face. She goes, "Travis."
And she goes, "Ugh."
That one pig, they gave him a name. I love it.
She was actually one of my favorite characers. Magosha was funny. At the end when she's defeated and she's like, "No, come here." She just kept trying to pull out a knife.
You have a knife, don't you? No, I would not do that. She does it like 3 or 4 times. She's so weak. He just smacks it right out of her hand. I love it. That was such a good part. Did you recognize her voice?
No, it says it's played by Rachel House. Who is that?
This is very obscure. She was in Thor Ragnarok. She was the Grand Master's person with the stick.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that was her voice. And now that I hear her talk, you can definitely hear it.
I love her. Oh, I just watched Thor Ragnarok the other day. And one of my favorite scenes, she's in.
Yeah, I was just telling you the other day that she's, what's the word? It starts with a B. Trash. Were you just waiting to call her that? That doesn't even start with B. And she goes, "Booze head."
Sir, the slaves are revolting. He's like, "What? Why do we have to use that word? I don't like that word."
I don't like that word. Fine, the prisoners with jobs. That's much better.
That's better. I like that.
In the Jerry Jeff Goldblum way. Hey, that's much better. That's much better. I love hand me my stick.
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh, it's getting all over me. He's oozing on me."
She's also, for anybody who loves the movie Moana, she's Grandma Tala.
Grandma Tala. She's the one that encourages her to be who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So she plays she plays 2 bad people and 1 good person.
She also plays Steve.
What?
No, probably not.
I am Steve. There, I finally said it.
I don't like that they killed Chungus.
Yeah, what
I
the
loved that
fuck?
character. I didn't want him to die, and I kind of felt like this. Fuck Adrian, we can play it all we want when he's not here.
It's back, baby.
I'll bring it back every time.
Fucking man, that score.
He hates it so much. I mean, it's almost as good.
I wanna be the very best.
Why doesn't Minecraft have a song like this?
I'll tell you what. As a full-grown 38-year-old adult, I recently just restarted Pokemon, and I'm enjoying it just like I did when I was a kid.
Oh, the show?
Yeah, I'm
The
only
original show?
Yes, I'm only 8 episodes in, and I want to keep watching it like when I was a kid. It's crazy. But overall, what was your if you had to give this a score out of 10, Minecraft?
I'd give it like a 6 or a 7. It's not like a movie I'm going to go out of my way to watch all the fucking time for sure, but it's enjoyable. If my kids want to watch it, I'll be like, fuck yeah, put that on.
Yeah,
Like, it's that kind of movie. I personally, and I know a lot of people are saying they like this better than the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is crazy to me. I like the Super Mario Brothers movie way more.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a Bowser poster that I'm going to be hanging up in this office.
nice.
But it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. 100% would recommend it to anybody who had doubts about this movie.
Yeah.
I really wished Adrian would have seen it so he could be here, because I would have loved to hear his thoughts. I'm sure he probably would have shit on it.
I don't know. I think he would have thought it was charming. I'm sure he would have definitely shit on a couple parts, but I think he would have found it charming.
I definitely think he would have enjoyed it more than he hated it.
Yeah. Remember the joke we made that we were all going to see it, and if we ended up liking it, we were going to be like, so
yeah.
we kind of did that. I mean,
we really did. I was not expecting to enjoy it. I actually wanted to hate this movie. I wanted so badly to be able to shut on it so much, because it just, I don't know if you guys know this, shitting on movies is fun.
it's a lot of fun.
So I guess in one hand, I was pleasantly surprised that this movie was good, but a little disappointed because it was not bad.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I'd probably give this like a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I laughed more than I thought I would. I really enjoyed the environment around me. My kids are still talking about it. I mean, it's made almost $800 million in less than 2 weeks. It's not as bad as IMDb clearly is saying it is, because I think it's the highest grossing movie this year so far. And that includes a big Marvel blockbuster that came out. So that's pretty damn good. Now, a big
Marvel blockbuster?
Yeah. I know that some people
had one of
forget about it. They sure did. But I think personally, it's one I'll buy right away and I'll watch again for sure. And like I said, we're going to project it in the backyard maybe multiple times this year. So
yeah. For that sake, if I do go, I'm going to actually mention the projector idea to Amber when I see her again.
You should. It's great.
I think she'll love that idea. I think that that's a great, that's a fucking fantastic movie to just watch on a projector screen in the backyard. Nice family night movie. We've already decided that when we have the kids, which is every other week, Sundays are going to be like family days now. So fuck yeah, throw that on while we're playing board games and something. Absolutely.
That's pretty much all we have to say about Minecraft. We liked it, way more than we thought we would. But if you want to see any of Adrian's shenanigans, I don't know why you'd want to, but if you want to, go over to youtube.com/Baker Reviews.
Baker Reviews.
Thanks, Mike. And I also have been putting things up on our YouTube lately. We haven't gone video format on stuff yet, but I have been putting more stuff up, and I plan on getting OBS and doing some videos myself soon, so that'll be cool. But there are other ways to support this podcast, and that is Patreon. Anybody who knows Patreon knows that it's a crowdfunding resource. For as little as $1 a month, you can get on the ground floor, but we suggest the $5 tier. That is the best one. You get to vote on episodes. Very active Discord lobby. We talk all the time, putting memes and funny things on there. We even give you hints what's coming up sometimes. Mike, do you want to read the list of our supporters?
I would love to thank our current loyal patrons, and that is Cam Sully, Bobby Jean Squiggums, Adrian's favorite name, Amby, Josie, and he is Tim.
I am Tim.
Other than the Patreon, since this is, Corey, where else in the socials can they find us?
Yeah, on Facebook, it's Culture Shock Podcast. On Instagram, it's Culture Shock 21. On TikTok, it's CS Podcast 21. And on Twitter, X, it's also CS Podcast 21. Come on over there. Let me know if you saw this movie. Warning, spoiler for this episode. A little late, but, but come on over. Let me know if you saw the movie. Let me know if you agree, if any of the stuff pissed you off. Like, did you have a theater experience like we did? And how did you feel about it? Because me and Mike are slightly mixed on it. We both kind of enjoyed it.
I liked it, but I just hated how loud it was.
Yeah. So, I was actually more upset what happened to me in the Sinners movie I went and saw on opening night. But I'll talk about that when we do the episode.
And hopefully by the time we do that episode, I will have also seen it. So
that'd be cool if you saw it. Yeah.
Corey has put together this beautiful intro outro music thing that we've got going on lately, because we unfortunately did get a copyright claim against our music because there's a band out there that apparently used the same copyright free music we did for a song. We are in the process of looking up somebody to get us an actual song that's ours that nobody else can claim. So that is something that is happening. Until then, unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with the cute little record scratch thing that Corey's got going on for us, which I think is hilarious. So
it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. But just so you know, we are looking into getting an actual theme song. So
lame.
That is lame. That is that's something we are currently looking into.
Yeah.
With that being said, Corey.
Yeah, that's gonna do it from all of us here at Culture Shock. Thanks for listening.
Flint and Steel.
As a child, I yearned to do podcasts. Oh, right. I think that was right. I don't know.